Hello everybody and welcome back to Driversroom Festival of Speed Season 4 Tier 2. Today we are at the Dragon Trail Gardens circuit for the final round of Season 4. Let's go through the lineup and we will see how this race goes. So first up we have Dowlers in first position who put his car on pole. Then next up is Speed who is in second place. Then we have Bullet in third place. MGR Mercer in fourth. Then we have Ivano in fifth. In sixth we have JSR. In seventh we have Damisha. In eighth we have Nightmare. And in ninth we have Rocker. Then in 10th we have Grimlock. In 11th we have Fast JMS. And last but not least, in 12th we have Monroe. That's your lineup of the final race of DRFS Season 4, Round 9, has to be said. And so, let's see how this race goes. We are almost underway! And it's lights out and away we go for the final round of DRFS Season 4. Dowlers gets a good start and Bullet is already up into second place. Then behind we have Ivano and it's 3 wide into turn 1. There you go. And Speed comes out in front into the first braking zone. Does anybody go for a move? Yes, it looks like it, that JSR has moved himself up into 4th place. And then we see Ivano going very wide and losing a bunch of positions. That is very unfortunate for him. But back at the lead, we see that Dowders is under threat of Bullets going into turn 1. Bullet going for the alternative line, but that has compromised his exit maybe, and Speed is already on his tail. Then behind we have JSR now overtaken by MJR Mercer. As we see that Speed didn't get a great exit out of the previous corner. Through the triple right-hander, kicking a bit of dust. But no incidents on lap 1, that is great to see. Let's see if Rocker goes for a move. Goes the inside line and Rocker is up into 8th position. Just before they cross the line to complete lap 1. Dowlers now has pulled a slight gap to Bullet behind, and Bullet is severely under threat of Speed behind. He needs to be aware of that. There we have MJ Mercer in 4th, and here we see Nightmare and JSR battling it out. Nightmare does have the inside for the braking zone. Will he brake later than JSR? No, he does not. JSR brakes later and they keep their positions. Then we have Damisha in 7th and Rocker now in 8th. And Ivano is now in 9th position. I think he has spun on the exit or midway through the hairpin. You can see him very slidey. Here we have Grimlock. Much more speed than Fast JMS through the triple left-hander. Results in a bit of contact, but nothing major. It has led to a gap between Fast JMS and Rocker now. Speed actually has overtaken Bullet. Bullet maybe made a mistake and is now in 3rd position. Already close to Nightmare in 4th behind. So I assume there was a mistake. With Speed, is he going to brave it around the outside or going deep and going for the cutback maybe? We have seen Speed doing a lot of great overtaking this season. He's a quick driver, so need to be aware of that, as we see him trying to go for the cutback. Doesn't quite work. Now the triple right-hander, excuse me. Difficult to get that right. You can see everybody is on the exit is in different lines. Maybe Speed will now go for the cutback. You see him braking, and is he going to make it work? Drag race along the main straight. Speed is in front, and he is now in the lead of this final race of the season. Bullet did catch up to the two in front of him, pulled away from Mercer behind. As we see JSR getting a bit slidey through the chicane section. Nightmare is looking for some slipstream, maybe he is going for the move this time. No, he is not. He awaits his time. Ivano is meanwhile in 12th position, so it has all gone badly for him. Although we see him going for the move down the inside of the hairpin to overtake Munro for 11th place. But his exit wasn't that great, so we will have to see if he can hold that 11th position, as Munro gets a bit slidey. Let's see, this lap for Speed was a 1:30.9. For Dowders it was 1:32.0, so 1.1 seconds slower than Speed on that last lap. Then we have Bullet, who did a 33.3. Also slower than Speed and a bit slower than Dowders. And Mercer did a 32, excuse me, 0.0. So a bit quicker than Bullet on that last lap, but we'll have to see. Is Nightmare going for it this time round? He has the inside, but does he get a better traction? It doesn't look like it. Let's ride on board with him through this sweeping left right corners. Oh, and he lost it slightly. Can he hold it? He kept it on the track, but he has lost position to Demisha and maybe to Rocker as well. Although for now he is in 7th position, but you can see him just sliding. That will compromise his exit. There you can see Rocker passing Nightmare for 7th place. So what looked to be 5th position for Nightmare has let him drop down in 8th position, as Demisha didn't get a great exit from the final corner. Nightmare might be looking to get that place back. Was there a tap? We don't know. Let's see on the replay. As we go on board, was there a tap? No, there was no tap. Just both of them sliding through that first corner. Very high speed corner, but you have to get it right. There is a yellow flag. Who is that yellow flag for? It's for JSR. If I can select it, please. Thank you. Let's see what happened there. Went very hot and just bounced over the curb, and that saw him spin around. He drops from 5th position down into 8th. Back at the front we have Speed still leading and just extending his lead. Then we have Dowless in 2nd and Mercer in 3rd position. So Mercer maybe having a bit more pace, but Bullet's last lap was a 1:33.01, a very slow lap around here. So he might have made a mistake, and that saw Mercer pass him for 3rd place and the final podium position. Rocker is meanwhile up into 5th position. Very well done for him. Then we have Demisha in 6th and Nightmare in 7th. Pardon me. Then we have now JSR in 8th position and Grimlock in 9th. Grimlock, we haven't seen him much this race so far. Although, that being said, he runs it a bit wide on the hairpin. But what I was gonna say, this race isn't even that far right now. It's only about 10 minutes have passed from the 30 minutes in total, so we had 1/3. Now we see Ivano in 10th position, looking to salvage some positions after his earlier mistakes. And we have Monroe in 11th. Fast JMS, who was in 12th position, has quit the race, and is the first one to do so. You might be wondering, oh, I see only British flags on the by the driver names. Is the Driversroom a British server? Well, originally yes, but we have a lot of different nations in our server. We have from America and Canada to India. So a lot of variety. It's lovely to see that. And to race in harmony, as Dowler sets a purple first sector as Nightmare pulls into the pits. He's the first one to do so, and Grimlock follows him as well. Nightmare having very worn rear tires. Let's see if Grimlock has the same. No, he has not. So they are looking to go for what I assume the two-stopper. But actually Nightmare has quit the race. That is interesting to see. I wonder why. But let's focus on the race for now. Speed still holding the lead strongly with Dowless behind him. Let's see what his last lap from Speed was. It was a 1:31.4, and Dowler's last lap was 1:31.8, so 4/10 slower that last lap. Mercer's last lap was a 1:32.5, so 1.5 seconds slower than Speed. And Buller's last lap was a 1:33.1, so even slower. As we see him make a mistake again at the chicane section. Might be time to put on some fresh rubber. As we see that JSR has spun round. Let's see what happened there. Going into the hairpin. Getting on the power a bit too early, and he has spun his way around. Actually, he has spun twice. Oh no, he has spun 3 times in total. That has shredded his tires, and he has also quit the race. So unfortunately, we see a lot of DNFs this race. It might have to do with the circuit. It's a very technical circuit. As we see that Grimlock has moved himself up into 7th position and Ivano in 8th. Now Monroe is in 9th position. Monroe going for a slightly alternative line, but that has compromised his exit massively. So he will be falling away from the others in front. Meanwhile, Bullet made another mistake at the last lap. He did a 141.3, so very slow. About 10 seconds slower than usual, so he must have spun around or something. Sorry, I didn't catch that. But Rocker in 5th might be looking, if he can keep this pace and Bullet keeps making mistakes, then Rocker might be looking for a 4th position. Then we have the Mission 6 behind, and then a way bigger gap than I was expecting to Grimlock in 7th. Then we have Monroe in 8th, and Ivano is the second one to pit this race, and he is now in 9th position. As we see Speed pulling into the pits, what do the others do? Dowders keeps on going, and Mercer comes in as well. So let's see the pit stop from Speed. Speed also better on fuel than Mercer, although fuel isn't a big role in these cars. They last the entire race without refueling, if everything goes right. So Speed opting for the one stopper. Bullet is now as well in the pits. Put on some soft tires and is just ahead of Damisha. We'll have to see if the overcut, or in Speed's case the undercut, works for him. I do actually think that the undercut is more, how do you say it, better around this track, because it has, as I said earlier, it is a very technical track and you need all the grip you have. But I assume we see Dowders pulling into the pitch. Yes, he does. And Speed rounds the final corner, I think. Besides the fact that Speed probably has more pace. The undercut did work for him, and for Mercer as well. Now for Rocker. Rocker is now in 4th position. Although I say for Mercer it worked as well, but Dowders is still in front of Mercer, so Looks didn't get the greatest run through the chicane that has let Mercer catch up. Let's ride on board with MGR Mercer. Getting on the power as quick as possible at the exit of the hairpin. Then left, right, left. And then we have the triple right-hander. And once you completed that, it's flat out and you're on the back straight, or another straight, I believe. Then into the final two corners, almost a hairpin in itself. Again, getting on the power as quickly as possible. And Mercer is going to chase down after Dowlers. Mercer setting the personal best lap of the race so far for him, as Rocker has now pulled into the pits. And we see Damisha following him as well. So Rocker, going from the softs to the super softs, still is in 5th position. And we have Damisha also in keeps his position in 6th. Yeah, we have Grimlock behind, Ivano, and then Monroe. Dowler setting a purple sector 2. So he's definitely on a hot lap. But we will have to see if Speed can improve his best lap time so far. What is it gonna be? It's not quick enough. But will Dowders be quick enough? No, he's not. Just missing out on the fastest lap of the race. Dowders did a 1:30.5 and the fastest lap so far is a 1:30.3. So Dowders does have the speed if he can nail a lap together. As Mercer is now falling a bit behind. There we see Bullet. We are already 2/3 of the way through this race. Only a couple of laps left. I predict there are gonna be 6 laps left. But fuel won't be a matter for these cars. Because yeah, the fuel tank is big enough and the fuel consumption is low enough to keep them on the road without refueling. As we see that Monroe is the first driver to get lapped by the front runners. Hopefully he will get out of the way. Yes, he will. And for Mercer, he might get a little toe down the back, down the main straight. Although he might be too far for that, unfortunately for Mercer. Mercer having his blinkers on. I'm not sure what he meant with those. Maybe wanting to signal to Monroe that he wanted to get past as soon as possible. but he has gotten past Monroe, so it should be fine now. As Grimlock comes in for his second stop of this race. I'm not sure if it is the right strategy, but we will have to see. Quick pit stop as Ivano just comes out in front of Grimlock. Grimlock does have the advantage now of having fresher tires, so he will be quicker, but will be quick enough to catch up to Ivano. The Misha's tires still looking very fresh. And Domisha keeps his 6th position. Then we have Rocker in 5th. Very strong race for him. Excuse me, my microphone did unplug for a moment. But what I was saying, Rocker now in 5th position as he climbed his way back up from what I believe was 9th position at the start. Then in 4th position we have Bullet. Also, I think if he didn't make some mistakes, he would have been 3rd position. But unfortunately that isn't the case. So he is now in 4th position. Then we have Mercer in 3rd position. He did do well. Was in 4th position for quite a while until he overtook Bullet for 3rd place. Then we go to the front two drivers. In 2nd place we have Dowlers at the moment. Yeah, starting on pole, and yeah, but didn't have had the same pace as Speed has. So that has led him to losing the position to Speed. Speed with the better pace of them all, looking to claim, I don't know how many he already has got, but I assume he has gotten quite some trophies already from DRFS. But let me have a quick look for the standings, because this is the final race, and I think you would all be very interested to see who is out in front at the moment. So Speed is in the lead of the championship, and if he finishes this race, he is a champion. Then behind in 2nd place in the standings we have Dowlers, and in 3rd place we have MJ Mercer. Then in 4th we have Bullet. So the top 4 at this moment are the same top 4 in the standings. Then we have Mickey and Ivano, the 2 Italians, in 5th and 6th position in the standings. Unlucky for Mickey, he didn't make it to this race. So I think Speed has already also got this in his mind that he will be crowned champion. He must be already cheering, and I assume he will be having a beer tonight, or maybe 2 or 3, who knows. But Dowlers is making a bit of inroads to Speed, I believe. Nah, they are on the same lap pace. So then we have Mercer in 3rd position and Bullet in 4th. That seems unlikely for them to change positions. But who knows, maybe something crazy will happen at the end of the race. On the final lap of the race. This is the not the last one, but the one before that one. I think it's the penultimate lap, that's what it's called. Then we have Rocker in 5th, and closely behind him actually is Damisha. Damisha looking to be a bit more quicker, as we see Rocker messing up at the hairpin. Is it gonna let Damisha pass him for 5th position? Side by side they go through that S's. There is a tap from Rocker. Luckily, thankfully, Rocker knew he tapped him, as there was a yellow flag. That's from a back marker. But Rocker acknowledged the fact that he gave a tap, and that he held back, looking to go down the inside at the hairpin, but didn't make it work. Damisha closed the gap on him. But maybe with some slipstream. No, actually it's the last lap, so just as they crossed the finish line, the 30 minutes were over. So Damisha finished this in 5th position at the last lap pass from Rocker. Rocker in 6th, Ivano in 7th, then Grimlock in 8th. Munro is in 9th. But then we have to look at the front leaders. Speed crossing the finish line to take victory. Then we have Dowlers, who finishes a strong 2nd place. Then Mercer. Mercer crosses the line in 3rd place, very happy with that result. And then Bullet in 4th. Not too bad, not too great for him, I think. But that's it for Season 4 of DRFS. Speed has been crowned victor of Tier 2, and the Honey Badgers have won the Constructors' Championship. So that was it for round 9 and the final of DRFS. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you think was the best moment of this season. For now, goodbye, and I will see you in the next season of DRFS.